Hey guys, Mario here. So this is going to be the last Mario Presents of 2019, and what I want to talk to you guys about today is the age of suppression, which is coming to a finally, hopefully, close. Because I am so tired of being suppressed. I am so tired of sending a voice message through Facebook and having the other person say, oh, I can't hear your voice message, there's an unknown error occurred. Oh, I didn't get that message, or oh, I didn't see that post. We all know it's happening, and hopefully it's coming to an end. And one of the things that is being suppressed right now in the media is the stabbings in New York City. We've heard about the one big one at the party, but what we don't hear is that there was several stabbings, one every single night of Hanukkah. Like, the media is not going to tell you that. The media is not going to tell you that there's thousands of people in Iraq marching for their freedom of speech, marching against the theocracy. They are tired of being ruled by a religion, and they're starting to shoot their own people, but the media is turning a blind eye. This age of oppression goes so much deeper than what you and I ever will see. Believe it or not, I've been told by reputable people who work within the campaign that our Facebook messages, whether they be text-based or voice-based or even phone calls through the Facebook messaging program, are all being monitored. They're all being monitored by the big three: the NSA, the FBI, the CIA. Those three are watching and reading every single thing that you guys are sending through Facebook Messenger. Another thing I found out was that Gmail is being read by the Democrats. Didn't believe it at first, but with everything going on with the Google censorship and with Project Veritas and James O'Keefe, not surprised. So I've already started the process of switching all of my stuff to a completely different email server. If you want to find out, message me and I'll tell you exactly where I'm going. I'll still be here, I'll still be posting, but this age of suppression is coming to an end with the end of 2019. 2020 is going to be the year where we're going to expose everything. And one thing I really want to expose to you guys today is this ongoing turf battle. And when you think of turf battles, you think, turf battles, that's like gangs, isn't it? That's like back in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And there's still a turf battle going on, but it's not between the Bloods and the Crips, because no. Those two groups have put their differences aside. They are actually working both together to elect Donald Trump. If you don't believe me, you need to watch Kingface or follow Kingface, follow Magatron, because he's on Fox and Friends, he's on the news, he's changing the narrative, he's telling people, I'm a conservative thug. And some people have an issue with him calling himself a thug. If that's what he wants to call himself, call yourself that. I call myself a unicorn. People may have an issue with me being called a unicorn. Guess what? It's just something that allows people to identify that this is the angle that I'm coming from. If he's coming from an angle of a thug, chances are he grew up in a ghetto, and he says he grew up in the ghetto. He grew up as part of this gang life, and he's put all that aside. Why? For our president. There's videos of him with Crips, Bloods and Crips, videos together, both going, yeah, Megatron, yeah, Donald Trump, he's making the blacks number one again. And it's blowing the media's mind. They're losing their mind. The more that this happens, the more they're going to lose their mind, and the more they're going to try and suppress things. If you haven't watched any of my Mario Presents posts, because I do post every single day an article that I think is important, there was one I just shared this morning about how there's an ongoing turf battle between the Bloods and this religion from the Middle East. I can't really say their name because I don't want to be censored. I don't want to be shut down. I don't want to be excommunicated by the system. It's not a person, it's the system. Believe it or not, these groups come into our country, they move into a space, they fill the space with people just like them, and then what happens is they create these patrols who are supposed to, I guess you could say, enforce their religious teachings within the community. The problem arises is when you're trying to enforce your religious teachings on people who live in the community who aren't part of your religion. So you may have moved into a predominantly black neighborhood, you may have an influx of immigrants in your area, but not everybody is an immigrant. And when a teenager makes fun of you for what you wear, or makes fun of you for whatever it is that they're making fun of you because they're teenagers, your patrol comes over and goes, hey, you need to respect women. You need to not cover. You need to be this way. You need to be that way. And Kids are going to be kids. They're going to talk back. In one case, a kid said the wrong thing. The patrol got upset and they lay hands on the kid. Okay. Kid goes home, tells dad, yo, dad, this happened, blah, 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 blah. I made fun of this person and this patrol. Not even a policeman. Some patrol touched me. Little did they know that that little kid's daddy was the leader of the Bloods. So sure enough, here come a bunch of Bloods. What's up? What's good? You touching my kid? Things went down. They ended up sending one guy to the hospital. They didn't send him to no Providence General or non-denominational county. Nah, girl. They added insult to injury. They sent him to a Jewish hospital. Girl, again, you're gonna mess with God's hour, you're gonna get the Sig Sauer. You're gonna mess with our children, you're gonna get sent to the hospital. I'm sorry, especially if you're not a police officer. You're not law enforcement. You think you are. You think that you're doing righteous work by telling people, oh, you need to behave like this. You can't have dogs in here. You have to be covered. Nah, girl, this is America. And we'll protect our kids with our very lives. This is something that nobody's reporting. Nobody's talking about it because our country will be saved by these smaller groups who don't put up with anything. And that is my Mario Presents today. We're not putting up with it. 2020's coming. We're going to show them this is the age of expression, not the age of suppression. See you guys later.